But if that movement, that band leader doesn't know where they're going, you could lead people into a bad place, right? So there has to be the discipline for planning, strategic, comprehensive planning, including within your social marketing strategies in your community, and they are what can get you the movement to help raise awareness of the issue and get people on board. So Red Ribbon Week is a really crucial opportunity to do that, where there's a national observance that's an entire week long, and you can get a lot of buy-in from your community leaders and have proclamations and everybody wearing ribbons, and that's great. But if it only lasts that week and there's nothing more coming, or it's not a kickoff that leads to other opportunities you're providing in their community, it didn't get you very far. So we want to look at, when we looked at Drug Free 24/7, how could we reframe Red Ribbon Week as a kickoff to a year-round messaging campaign that was tied to other prevention initiatives in the community. And that's how it all then hangs together. So we have both the movement and the discipline with a planned, proactive approach that goes beyond billboards, gets to true strategies, but flies under this banner of messaging that helps get people on board. Okay? So I hope that helped make sense of it all. And whether we clicked here on ongoing opportunities for social marketing, or we came back up top and clicked on our year-round commitment, that's going to be the key piece of the guide, where we give you monthly an overview of various observances and then some sample ideas where we picked one of those observances and really laid out something you could do with it. So I want to take a tour of those by starting with October and the Red Ribbon Week kickoff in order to have a comprehensive community prevention approach. And there's those 3 steps again for mapping it out in September and then meeting with your potential partners and rolling it out. Okay? Then we've got some other observances if you prefer, or to add to it, that you could do in October. There's a Halloween safety month. Talk about prescriptions month is usually in this month. Drive safely for work week. National Drug-Free Work Week from the Department of Labor if you want to engage business more. So you could create your own social marketing piece, and we're going to give you examples in some other months that will show you what that could look like, and then you could fall back, look at a different observance, and customize one for you. Still, again, with the consistent drug-free 24/7 message. So let's go back to our year-round commitment, and I just want to show you another sample month that does that for you. I'm just going to click on December. And December, we've got 2 options here for you. Sharing the drug-free holiday message, where you can take Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and all the other cultural holidays that are around this time of year, and really look at how to rebrand those holiday-themed parties and celebrations in families, among the workplace, in faith institutions, and really have folks take a look at how does alcohol play a role in our various celebrations, again, whether at home or in the workplace or in the community, and raise some awareness about that and get people to kind of go up outside of the event and look at how do we celebrate. And is alcohol seen as the only way to celebrate these events? So for example, for family or general community, you could have a campaign that really encourages families to ask, is our family's holiday celebration centered on family or on alcohol? Do we spend more money on alcohol than we do on gifts during the holidays? Would our Kwanzaa celebration, what would it be like without alcohol? If we're in the workplace, is our business holiday celebration centered on our employees, or is it on alcohol? Do we spend more money on alcohol than employees' gifts or on the food at the event? What would our workplace party be like without alcohol? So encouraging leaders in those settings to take a look at that and start to ask those questions. You also can tie in with some other campaigns like ours on on Parents Who Host, Lose the Most, Don't Be a Party to Teenage Drinking. Many parents might host a teenage or underage drinking party during the holidays, so maybe you want to tie that together under the banner of Drug-Free 24/7 as well. So that's one suggestion for December. Another one is getting ready for the new year and having that be your December campaign, because the new year, of course, New Year's Eve is the big night, December 31st. So in anticipation of that, offering up, kind of capitalizing on resolutions and the fresh starts of the new year, and encouraging families, maybe through parenting classes or sending something home with the kids through school, having an assignment where they work with their parents to create a family contract in which every family member agrees to not use drugs, misuse prescriptions or over-the-counter drugs, and not drink in a high-risk manner. And then they create that contract, and maybe the student writes a little paper about it, and it's part of their group assignment. Maybe as an organization, whether it be a workplace or a faith institution or some other organization, they take a look at how alcohol plays a role in their environment, and they create their own contract of how they're going to make change in that and provide information as to reasons why, the impact of alcohol and other drugs on the workplace. And maybe it's time to start a drug-free workplace, and here's some resources to help you do that you can link them to. And again, it's all part of like a campaign you do maybe out to businesses that's under the banner of Drug-Free 24/7. So when we click back under December, there's some other observances. December doesn't have quite so many because it's the holidays, but if we go back under our year-round commitment, I'm just going to grab another month to show you an example. This is a big one, April, where we've tied everything around Alcohol Awareness Month. We give a lot of detailed information here on providing a strategy framework and how to choose the messages. Different examples here. I'm not going to go through them all, but you can come back and revisit April. And then there's an implementation summary. For example, a school district targets underage drinking messaging, researches factual information from various sources, and then middle school and high school students, possibly members of a drug-free youth group, create posters that are coupled with the Drug-Free 24/7 posters or banner, and they're hung in the gymnasium and elsewhere in the school building to illustrate some of those messages. So that's a pretty standard one to do. But another way to look at this that I love is taking a look at this other example for Alcohol Awareness Month, which is tied to SAMHSA's Health Information Network. Target here is adults. And I love this one. Social marketing strategy idea. To develop a campaign with a message that's something like this: dental checkup done, blood pressure checkup done, alcohol checkup done, or check. Through workplace education, you can work with workplace as well as doctors to include in their patient discussions normalizing alcohol screening by marketing it as just another health screening that everyone should engage in with a qualified professional. So your initial target would be the healthcare providers, but then maybe through a workplace campaign, you're putting out messaging to the workplace and asking them to send it out to all their employees as part of their drug-free awareness activities, especially if they're a drug-free workplace. And doing that, maybe it's just like a card, a postcard, dental checkup check, blood pressure check, alcohol checkup done. Do it under the drug-free 24/7 banner. Give them some direction about asking their healthcare provider to screen them about alcohol today, or make an appointment today. And I love that. It's really a different way of looking at a social marketing strategy. It's not school-based. It's not kids. It's really focused on adults in our general community. And then as you can see, because some of our months do have this other example structure and then other observances, and April's a big one. It's got quite a few that you could take a look at. And using these ideas we've provided, use it as a jumping off point to be creative and create your own social marketing around one of these different observances. All right, I'm going to take us back to the year-round commitment. And when we come back down, we're going to take a look at a June, and that'll be our last one here on the tour. For June, we focused on summer, whether it's kids being out of school and what that means for kids or what that means for parents. People are outside more. There's more backyard barbecues. There's more neighborhood socializing. There's a lot of opportunities to look at prevention messaging with the changes in our life as we all come out of our caves here for the good weather. So I really like this one too. You see here some examples. It's our summer, drug-free 24/7. My choice this summer, question mark, drug-free 24/7, or our choice this summer, drug-free 24/7. That could be a message from a youth group to other